Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pits of Metal Chaos. This is your David Online special guest, drummer Mike Vega for Hirax and Fratricide. What's going on, Mike?
I'm good. How you doing, Dave?
I'm good, man. So recently you guys played up at Wisconsin at the NYDN Spring Bash for Randy Castor. How'd that go, man?
Oh, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was a rough trip, but very fun. Everything was fun. It just no sleep that weekend.
So now, what day did you guys come in?
What's that?
I said, what day did you guys arrive in Milwaukee for the Spring Bash?
Shit, can you repeat that? My phone's fucking up right now.
Yeah, I hear echo. What day did you guys fly in?
Oh, we flew in Saturday. I had to be at the airport at 5 a.m. in LA. Had a layover in Dallas. By the time we got to Milwaukee, it was like 6 p.m. We had like an hour's rest and then got some food and had to go to the Spring Bash. And we played at like 12:30. But it was fun. I'm just bummed out because some of my homies from like Outlaw were there, but they played the night before.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see them. I was hoping to see them, and then like Anvil, a bunch of other bands we wanted to hang out with. They played before, so we didn't get to see them.
Yeah, Anvil played Thursday.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah, Evil Dead played Friday.
Yeah.
So now, how long you been drumming in Hirax now?
How long?
Yeah.
Shit. It's been 5, going on 6 years now, I believe. Yeah.
So you played on the Mortal Legacy?
No. So funny story is while they were recording it, Keaton had hit me up because I was playing with Dr. No at the time, and they had come to see us play. And he's like, we're having, we're kind of looking for a new drummer right now. We're in the middle of recordings. He's like, can you send me some shit? But he's really cautious, so he took his time. We talked for about a year, but I almost went in to do session drums for Immortal, but they got most of their tracks done by their old drummer Fabricio, so they sent the tracks to Brazil, and Fabricio played with them for a while. He's a killer drummer too. So when I joined the band was when Immortal Legacy just dropped. So as soon as the record dropped, we were just touring Immortal Legacy.
Right.
But I'm not actually on the track or any of the tracks. But I just joined the band. It's like, we got this record. Let's tour.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So now, how about the band Fratricide? How long has that band been together, man?
Just a couple of years. So I used to play for Battalion of Saints, and most of the guys in the band, we were writing a new Battalion of Saints record, and then our singer dissolved the band, and because we were trying to finish the record, and he wanted a tour, but we had been already like on Southern Lord, like trying to finish this record. And we're like, we're not going to tour until we finish this record. It doesn't make sense. So he dissolved the band. We're like, dude, we got 13 tracks we wrote ourselves. Let's start a new band, new singer. And so that's where we're at now. So it's only been a couple years. But it's cool.
That's pretty cool that you played drums for Dr. No and Battalion of Saints, man. Two legendary punk bands, man.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked. I mean, I still listen to those bands all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm grateful.
Then you've also played in other bands too. What other bands have you played in?
I was in Lightning Swords of Death for about 5 or 6 years. They're kind of like obscure black metal. I did 2 records with them on Metal Blade. We just grinded the shit out of the U.S. And Canada, just low pay tours, but we just fucking it was a great experience. Just working, learning, learning the ropes. It was a big eye opener for me. And yeah, just playing a bunch of blast beats, and it was cool, man.
And what other bands have you played in?
What was that?
Then what other bands have you played in?
I was in a band called Patriarch. We just did like LA gigs. I don't know. I filled in for Birthday D from Texas. Castle. They did a run where they needed a drummer for 6 shows because their drummer was playing for Death Angel, but in the middle of their tour, he had to fly to Europe to do some Death Angel shows. Just little session work here and there, like metal bands, punk bands.
Did you say Castle?
Yeah, Castle.
Oh yeah, I saw them Thursday with Anvil at the Milwaukee Spring Bash. They were awesome, man.
Yeah, I was bummed because they played before us. I mean, I was hoping to run into them and say hi to them and hang out because they're my peeps.
Yeah, me and my wife, unfortunately, we're only able to make it the Thursday show. We didn't have the money to go all 3 days, so we saw the Anvil night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great show though. Thursday, all the bands were great Thursday, man.
Oh yeah.
So now, what age did you start drumming, Mike?
Well, my older brother, like, he's like 8 years older than me. He's the one that inspired me, but I didn't get to play till I was like 19, 18, 19, just because my parents were already sick of one drummer being there, like, making all kinds of noise.
Yeah.
So luckily, when I was like ready to get out, like he hooked me up with a drum kit, and I just started practicing. I'm 37 now, so yeah, it's been a while, but I wish I would have started when I was a lot younger, though.
So did your brother teach you how to play drums?
He taught me a little bit, or just pointed me in the direction of like good bands with good drummers, like fucking like the Police, like Stuart Copeland on drums and shit. Of course, like he was the inspiration for like all my metal idols, like Dave Lombardo and like Nick Menz. But he was kind of out of the house by the time I started playing. But he was always over my shoulder, like, hey, I got your back, bro. Like if you need something, and pointing me in the right direction for like teachers, and just check these guys out. These guys are cool,
Yeah. So were you self-taught or did you take lessons?
I was self-taught for about 4 or 5 years, and then I finally, like, my brother was recommending this guy from Ventura, or actually Camarillo, Al Velasquez, who's a fucking genius. He's like, I call him the Yoda of drums. So he's not even that old, but he's just, any style he could fucking play, and I was just really intimidated. I'm kind of like a quiet dude. And my brother was like, dude, like, check this guy out. He's really fucking nice. He's really cool, and he knows his shit. Like, everything from Latin drumming, jazz, to fucking double bass shit. Like he's like, and he taught one of my friends, Danny Walker, who was in Intronaut and Uphill Battle and all kinds of bands, Phobia. This guy, and I'm like, dude, he taught Danny, because Danny's like one of my local idols. Like, this guy's insane on drums. So I finally took some lessons. I took 10 months lessons, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to MI. I'm going to go to Hollywood, go to school, and just fucking make it, just be serious. Because, even if, like, I was interested in teaching too. So I'm like, if, I'm not there's so many great drummers out there, but right. I love to talk about drums. I love to, I could teach because I don't get tired of talking about drums. You know what I mean?
So do you currently give drum lessons?
Yeah. I went to MI back in like 2008, and then been living in LA ever since.
So if people want to get drum lessons, tell me how they get in touch with you.
I mean, they could find me on Facebook. I've been way into the tech aspect actually. So I've been teching at MI for almost 10 years now. Just because I grew up working in a welding shop, so I love the mechanical aspects of drums too, not just and the tuning aspect of it too. So, and lessons I don't do as much anymore, but like, bring me a busted pedal, I'll fix it. Bring me a broken drum, I'll fix it. Like, I love that shit. Like,
You ever do online drum lessons?
no, see, I don't have like a GoPro rig or anything like that, but no, if somebody wants to hit me up, and I've sent stuff like like Sibelius files or like online, like here's try these lessons, try this out, send them some stuff to work on. Cool, I don't know. I'm pretty laid back.
So when you started playing drum, what was the first band you joined?
First band I joined, oh man. So there's a band from Santa Paula, that's where I grew up. It's called Steve McQueen and the Bullets. It was just a like totally Minor Threat influence band. Like it was it. I gotta put some shit up online, not to make any money, just because it was so much fun, and we're all skate rats. Like we skated all the time. So this was just like fast music, like just fast hardcore, and that was my first one. Then at the time, I started joining any band I could. Like there was a band called Voice Your Opinion. After the Infest song, and that was all old straight edge hardcore, just really fast stuff. And then when I moved to LA, it was kind of different. It's like no longer small town vibe. Like you gotta like really like pick your shit up and work hard, because there's tons of other bands here, and
Yeah. So now, as far as Hirax goes, are you guys gonna record any new shit or what?
Yeah. We have a song we've been playing live the last couple of years. It's not recorded yet because we're working on like 5 other songs, but yeah, we've been releasing it live. Like we tell us, anybody out in the crowd, like you could film it. Don't worry about it. Like it's for everybody. It's record it. But yeah, we got some new shit we're working on. Bill Matore's on board. Like he's been a big friend of ours, and obviously a legendary audio engineer. So I'm stoked. Yeah, we got some stuff coming up. We got a little bit of a break this year, so Lance and Caton have been working on a lot of stuff, riffs and stuff. So yeah, we're definitely gonna try to pump one last one out at least.
You got any more shows for this year?
Yeah, we're playing California Death Fest, and then we're doing a South America tour. We're playing with Exodus on one show in Chile, and then I think we're doing I don't know if we're doing the rest of the tour with At War, but we're definitely doing that Exodus show with At War. But I think we're doing the rest of the tour with them. So I'm fucking stoked. I mean, I love South America. I love the people, and just the fans. Like they love metal.
Yeah, I know. Over in Chile, they love metal, man.
Yeah.
So you guys aren't going to Europe this year at all?
Unfortunately, not. This is like the first year we haven't gone since I've been in the band. We've done a lot of stuff the last couple of years, and it's always fun. Like, just love the festivals, love the people. Always just great friends, like just diehard metal fans. But who knows? Maybe we're bucking up for next year.
So, what's your favorite part of Europe to play?
Oh, dude, that's a question I get all the time, and it's a tough question because like Italy's always been great, Germany's been really great, France and Spain, and then you go to fucking Austria, and it's just gorgeous. Like fuck, like it's tough, man. The UK was awesome. I don't know. I'm just a nerd from out here in LA. I love to travel, so like meeting new people, going out there. Switzerland. Holy shit,
Yeah. So what's been your fondest memory of being in the band Hirax so far?
What's my fondest memory?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I start auditioning, and like I said, Caden's very like he's careful. He doesn't want to jump into anything. So he's like he's like, oh, you got the gig. So we're jamming. I'm learning the whole set, and then he's like, hey, you want to play Europe? And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to play Europe. So my first show / tour with Hirax was 23 shows in 24 days in Europe. Started in Portugal. And that first show was SWR Festival with Discharge, one of the headliners, and it was live streamed. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, holy shit, Mike, you can't fuck up. But it was a lot of fun. And it was a great tour, and we toured with Nuclear from Chile and Bonded by Blood from LA, and it was a great fucking tour. That blew my mind. I'm like, holy shit, this is fun. It's work. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of work, but yeah, that's probably one of the great memories,
Yeah. So now, for you, do you have a most embarrassing moment being in the band Hirax?
Well, actually, yeah. So on that tour, we're the three bands. So Hirax, Bonded by Blood, Nuclear. We're all sharing a bus, and we all drink a bunch of booze, like mostly like just beer. Like we're just, drink a lot of beer. So one day, I buy. It was cheaper to buy like a case of beer, like in Germany or whatever. Just buy a case of beer and you just split it with the bands. So I had a case in my bunk, which is not big, and I was drinking. I remember lying on my back. I had my little seatbelt on because the bunks had seatbelts in case you get in a wreck. You don't want to go flying around.
Right.
So I had my beer. I think it was a Bitburger too, which is like it's not a craft German beer, but it's a beer that's big out there. So I have a Bitburger on my stomach, and I fall asleep, and I wake up because it falls off, and I'm on the third bunk, and just smashes in the middle of the hallway, and I'm like, oh shit! So I get a T-shirt, and I'm cleaning that up, and then I see Caden peek out of the bunk, and he's laughing. He's like, oh shit! I just busted you, fuck. So of course the next couple of shows he's like, yeah, my drummer, we call him the human keg. He just, he was on the bus and fucking, he was roasting me, but it was funny. I mean, it was embarrassing, but it was funny. Like it was just all in good taste, Yeah.
So now, after all the years of being in the music biz, what do you think are the pros and cons?
What was the last part?
What do you think are the pros and the cons of the music business?
Sorry, can you repeat that? My phone's kind of fucking shady right now.
Yeah. What do you think are the pros and cons of the music business?
What do I think about? I'm hearing about.
What do you think are the pros and the cons of the music business?
Oh, pros and the cons of the music business. Sorry.
No problem.
Well, there's definitely somebody asked me a question the other day. He's like, so what do you think of bands that stick to their guns and play they don't really change the recipe around? I'm not saying they don't write good music, but they're not changing with the times. And what do you think about bands that do that? And I think about that all the time because I always want to stick to my guns, and I think Hirax does too. And well, they definitely do. I could say that, and there's certain bands where they've kind of been able to evolve and change with the times, change with the music. And then you have bands like AC/DC, which you don't want them to change. You want them to fucking keep ripping out fucking rock tracks, you know?
Yeah.
So LA, like, you see everything here. Like, everybody's, you'll meet people at the pub or whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm a producer, I'm an actor, I'm a fucking musician, and, you'll see a lot of, like, people blowing smoke up your ass and shit. The music industry it's dirty, but like if you're with your boys and like you're just playing music and you're smart about it and you're smart about making tours and you're smart about how you're going to manage each other, it's good. It bums me out when I see like young kids that like they get screwed over on record deals because like they're great drummers or great guitar players, but they're it's their first experience and all of a sudden like they're screwed over, like where they're not getting anything back from all their hard work. So it's a little disheartening, but I think it's if you have your head in the right place and you're just wise about stuff like don't take any deal somebody's going to throw at you. Like think about it, talk about it with your bandmates. Try to make sure you guys are at least protected, at least copyright wise and stuff.
So what kind of advice would you give young musicians out there?
Number one, just play out as much as you can. Just play live. Like in LA in particular, like don't pay to play. Like that's another thing about the industry here. Like young bands, like they want to get on stage, they want to go to the Whiskey or they want to go to like these big clubs. Like and the promoters like make them sell tickets. Like you could do without that. Like unless you're lucky and you get like I don't know, just don't screw yourselves. Like because that's disheartening for a young band. Like fuck, we got to sell 100 tickets at $30 a piece and nobody knows us. But we want to play this show. There's ways to do it. But there's a lot of underground venues. There's a lot of like all ages clubs. Just play because I've gotten most of my gigs from just playing. Like people will be like, "Oh, we need a drummer," blah blah blah, and communicate. Just talk to people. Even if like I'm a shy dude, even like me, like just talk to people. Like just open up a little more and play and enjoy music. Don't do that. I think that's the only reason to play music is because we're artists. Like we love that shit. Sorry, hope I didn't go too vague there.
Now these days you have to do it for the love of the music because the money's not really there anymore, man.
Right.
So you gonna get your money on merch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, who would be your top 5 favorite drummers right now?
Oh man, that's tough. So I've been a huge Gene Hoglan fan ever since I was a kid. Since him and Sean Reiner both they played in Death as well, but different styles. But just they play insane shit effortlessly, and it's like I don't know. For me, it's not like they're trying. It's not like they're trying too hard to like prove something. They just play, and they're so smooth in how they translate their ideas on the drum kit. So those are like my big influences growing up. Of course, rest in peace, Nick Menza. Like anything he did with Megadeth was just fucking insane. But then I don't just listen to metal. So like Buddy Rich was a big guy. I'm like, holy shit, I mean, there's a lot. I get inspired just going to shows, and I'm like, who's this guy? He's crushing it right now. Like, I might not even know his name, but like he's influencing me because he's just, he's having fun, he's killing it, and
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm gonna find this guy. So like, just local drummers.
that's cool, man. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a couple fun questions here, Mike. What besides drumming, do you have any other hobbies?
Uh, let's see. I I've been playing soccer again. I haven't played in a while. I've been playing for the last few months. Just getting old, trying to stay in shape, and it's a lot of fun. And I met a lot of guys at work here that from all around the world that play. So we've been trying to meet up once a week, play some soccer, and love watching sports. I love hockey, love football. Uh, just outdoor shit. Going to the beach. We're lucky out here in Cali. We got some good beaches. Trying to surf shit.
All right. Now, what was the first concert you ever went to? It doesn't have to be metal either. What was the first concert?
It was actually my older brother. He was in a band called Stigmata, which was so when I played with Doctor No was with Kyle Toucher. So he played in Doctor No when Kyle was switching from Doctor No to starting a metal band called Stigmata. So my brother was playing with Kyle then, and we went to I think it was the Roxy. Yeah, I think it was the Roxy, and it was Stigmata. And that was early '90s. Yeah, it was hard to get. It was hard earlier to get to shows because my mom was like hardcore Catholic, so I had to hide my tapes and all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah.
Luckily, like God bless my brother. Like he was the one that like inspired me, and
All right. So now, currently, what would be your top three favorite bands?
oh man, that's tough because my music style is all over the place right now. Like I've been getting way back. I've been going back into like my like hip hop roots. So like Jedi Mind Tricks and stuff from like the East Coast, and then early fucking reggae shit like Stranger Cole, Patsy Cline, the old Trojan Records era. Like because I don't know, like my music taste is all over the place. I've been going back to all the hardcore shit too, like Alone in the Crowd, Judge, Chorus Judge, Not Front, Chromax. Like, just depends on my mood. I haven't really heard anything new that I'm like digging right now, so I'm just kind of just floating around, just picking up.
Now, for the new Hirax, are you gonna write any lyrics for the album?
I'm not. Can't write all the lyrics, but I'm definitely writing all the drum shit.
So, how often do you guys rehearse?
Normally we do all Mondays. When I first joined, we do Mondays and Fridays, just because Lance and Steve's work schedule like pretty early during the week. So yeah, lately it's been Mondays. Once it gets closer to like California Death Fest, like we'll probably be doing two times a week just to get everything like sharpened up.
So, what do you think about social media?
That's a whole other thing. It's there's a lot of good use in it, and I've seen people use it really well, like promotion and just getting something out, And then there's a lot of like what do you call it? Just what's the word? Narcissism as well. So it's
Yeah,
and then
it's a double-edged sword.
yeah. So there's definitely a lot to do, and I suck at it. I know people that are really good at like just being well at promoting. I don't like to talk about myself, so it's one of those other double-edged swords. Where like I'm not trying to pimp myself out, but it helps like everything. Like it helps the band, it helps like companies you're working with. But there's a ton of narcissism and a ton of people that hide behind a screen. So
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
got your keyboard warriors.
Yeah, cyber warriors. Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
kick your ass. And there you do. You meet them in person, they don't say shit to you.
right. So I mean, I think it's there's a lot of good in it, but I think there's a lot of mismanagement, and I mean, I'm going to be 38 this year, and it's a lot of changing in times, and like when I was a kid, there's none of that,
Yeah.
So I guess how to adjust and how to use it correctly and how to be respectful. But yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely huge. I mean, promoting yourself or your bands or just keeping everybody up to date. Like, I remember wheat pasting flyers when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Now you just post it on Facebook and, spread it around. It's cool.
Yeah, fucking modern technology, right, brother?
I miss that shit, though. I miss that shit, though. Just going to fucking the telephone poles and stapling all your flyers up on there.
I used to like collecting all the flyers when I was a young man. But
Yeah.
like, this flyer looks fucking badass, man. I'm taking this home. Or get it autographed even. What the?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Then you used to, like, when you were young, you'd go outside and play all the time out in the streets and shit. Now kids are playing video games, staying in their bedrooms and shit. Yeah.
Right. You have to drag them out to go out and play. No imagination anymore.
Then, like, families are texting each other in the house back and forth instead of talking face to face.
Right.
Man, fucking modern technology, brother. Kids don't know how we lived back in the days, man.
Right.
Yeah. So, one more fun question there. Two more. What's your favorite food to eat, man?
Ah, shit. So I'm Hispanic, so I grew up like with all kinds of Mexican food. My mom's from Mexico, so that's hands down like that's a default. But I love Italian food. Like I love pasta. That's like one thing I could. If I had to give something up, I would cry if I had to give up pasta. but But I mean, I grew up with everything. We had a little avocado ranch, so I had like nopales and all kinds of shit,
Yeah.
rice and beans. Like, love that shit. Salsa.
Yeah. All right. So, what's your favorite beverage of choice, man? I'm gonna ask you non-alcohol and alcohol beverage, both of them.
Non and alcoholic.
Yeah.
So alcoholic, definitely beer.
What kind of beer?
Well, it doesn't help that my older sister's a brewmaster at Deschutes Brewery, so her and her husband always bring down some nice IPAs, and I grew up like that's. I love IPAs. Like a lot of people might be too stunky for them, but that's my jam there. Fuck. Besides that, I don't know. If it's non-alcoholic, I guess water because it's vital to your survival.
So, what do you play on stage? You drink a lot of water?
Yeah. Especially it depends on the venue. Some venues fucking sweating bullets, just fucking hot as fuck in there. So sometimes I can't even drink a beer on stage. I'm just drinking water because it's just I can't even. My throat is just dry as fuck.
Yeah.
But definitely hydrate. Definitely hydrate.
Yep. You drink Gatorade?
Sometimes I do. They have one it's a Fino flavor, which is cucumber.
Yeah.
So I grew up like my mom throwing some cucumber in the water, So it's reminiscent of that. But yeah, I love Gatorade. if I'm really dehydrated, coconut water, just the regular one.
Now, you were saying earlier you like the outdoors and, go by the beach and stuff. Yeah, have you ever gone fishing?
Oh, hell yeah. I haven't been in a while. I still have my tackle box, but I got to get a new pole. But yeah, we had a couple lakes by the house, and then you could just go off the pier in Ventura, go fishing off the pier, or deep sea fishing. You just take a boat. But yeah, that was a lot of fun growing up.
Yeah, fishing is relaxing, man. You just get out there and enjoy yourself, relax out there.
Yeah, it's chill.
So what do you think about racing? You like racing at all?
Racing?
Yeah, like drag racing or NASCAR or whatever.
I have a homie who's like way into it. I didn't really grow up watching it, so like I'm way out of the loop. I'm more into like sports like hockey and football and soccer and stuff like that. Just because of I guess that was always around over here. But my buddy's from Chicago, so he grew up in the Midwest, so he knows everybody who's a racer. All the legends and stuff.
Yeah. Because the podcast we do is called "In the Pits of Metal and Motorcade." I interview drag race drivers too. I don't know if you caught that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I interview bands and drag race drivers. Yeah, so anyway, Mike, I want to thank you for taking time, man.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You have any final words or thank yous, anything you want to do before we close?
Anything what now?
Final words, thank yous to anybody out there, whatever.
Just saying thank you to everybody. Like, just love the music. Go to shows, fucking be active. Don't just, sit behind your computer and play games, which is fun. I'm a nerd too. But yeah, fucking, there's a lot of cool shit out there. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Life's short. I'm getting older. I'm missing a lot of my friends. So, enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, and just, big hugs all around.
Yeah, get out there and support your local metal scene out there.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, brother.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
You have a great night, man.
You too, bro.
Bye.
apocalypse now is here. To rise, immortally shakes the earth. Hellbringer of death and destruction to the dead. The reckoning's begun, the wrath has been unleashed. The witching hour's here. Scorching the world, no mercy, dark holy war. Where the angels fly, the hellion rises. Annihilation, the killing of God's high priest, catastrophic, deadly power from his hand. The reckoning's begun, the wrath has been unleashed, the witching hour's here, scorching the world, no mercy, God holy war. Where the angels fly, the hellion rises.
All right, that was The World Will Burn. The World Will Burn and Hellion Rising by Hirax from the 2014 album. And then before that, we had an interview with drummer Mike Vega. We'd like to thank Mike again, once again, for being on here. And everyone, have a good night. Keep it metal.